morning, my brothers. How are we doing today? Today I'm starting something that I literally feel like God woke me up this morning at 5 a.m. and dropped an entire instruction manual into my spirit. I woke up this morning at 5 just like that and could not go back to sleep and hopped up out of the bed and began to write what God had placed in my heart. I don't quite know the frequency or the regularity, but I do know today I'm going to start shooting videos, doing teachings specifically for black men. It will be called Wisdom for the Black Man. It'll be available on Facebook and YouTube, I know for sure, because I don't know how long each recording is going to be. We will try to keep it within a 10-minute span, 10-minute, 15-minute span. But I just want to let you know that it's coming. Today is the beginning of that. And I want you, those of you who care about the plight of the black man, to share these videos. You will find them very instructional. You will find them very helpful for black men. Why black men in particular? Because I believe that black men are men who want to learn, men who want to grow, men who want to be the best that they can be in every arena of their lives. And I believe that they will benefit from this particular platform and this particular initiative. And I'm honored to be doing it. It is a part of my DNA. It's a part of my heartbeat. It's really a part of who I am. So today, let's start lesson 1 of the Wisdom for the Black Man series. Now, here's what I want to start with. Black men, you must never stop learning. You must never stop learning. When I tell you this, I'm speaking from the perspective of us understanding how important and how powerful wisdom and knowledge and understanding is. You must educate yourself outside of the universities and the colleges, but you must educate yourself outside of the universities and the colleges with all of the knowledge that the universities and the colleges offer and give. This is extremely important and especially directed toward those of you who are black men who are not enrolled in college, who are not attending a university. Oftentimes we think, feel, or believe because we're not a part of an institution that our learning has to stop, or that our learning cannot keep pace with those who are in the institutions and in the universities. Nothing could be further from the truth. You must take upon yourself to self-educate yourself. We live in a day and age where knowledge is literally at our fingertips. And I want to encourage you as black men to cultivate and create an internal thirst and an internal hunger for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Here's what I know, that you must read and study and test yourself. Let me say that again because I don't want you to miss any of this. You must read, you must study, and don't miss this third part. You must test yourself. Why is that important? You have to read, study, and test yourself so that you are absolutely certain that you have obtained and ascertained and that you possess the knowledge and the understanding of that which you have studied. We're talking about moving beyond this academic reading where we read something and then we move on to something else. No, I'm talking about a deeper commitment to possessing wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And the only way to do that is you have to read. Then you have to study. What is study? Study is going back over what you've read. Studying is highlighting the highlights of what you've read. Studying is transferring that data into your mind and making it your own personal library of information. So we read, we study, and then we test ourselves. We test ourselves to make sure that we know what we have studied. We test ourselves to make sure we can remember and recall the information that we have gathered when we need it. Men, black men more specifically, if you will do this, you will find that your life, your communications, your interactions with everyone will take a quantum leap because you are reading, you're learning, and you're testing yourself. Now, again, I repeat, you must never stop learning. And I think I'm just going to focus session one on this concept of never stop learning. That means you must never stop reading. That means you must read everything that is of value. I want to encourage you, do not waste your time reading trashy literature. Do not waste your time reading trashy literature. Why? Because your mind is a vault and your life will withdraw, don't miss this, from that which you deposit into your mind. So if you're reading trashy literature, you are literally depositing trash into your vault. When you get ready to make a withdrawal, in other words, when you get ready to make a decision, when you get ready to make a choice, when you get ready to create ideas and you get ready to try to problem solve, the only thing you're going to have to draw from is what you have deposited in your vault. And if you've wasted your time reading trashy literature, then you're going to have trash in your vault, and whatever comes out of you will have the resemblance or the reflection or the residue of trash. Garbage in, garbage out. We've all heard this before, but I want to put it in terms that really make sense. Garbage in, garbage out. So when I encourage you to read, I am strongly encouraging you not to waste your time reading trashy literature. I'm encouraging you to invest your time reading everything that is of value. You must read, though, with a purpose. I have brothers that have told me down through the years, Pastor Troy, I don't really like reading. Reading is not my thing. And I understand that, but that is a barrier that we must break through as black men. This will help you, I hope, by teaching you to read for and with a purpose. I'm going to give you a purpose to read for and a purpose to read with. So you must read for the purpose, don't miss this, of gathering information on human nature. Let me say that again. You must read with the purpose and on purpose and for the purpose of gathering information on human nature. Why? Because the greater you can understand human nature, the greater man you can become. Here's what we have to learn how to do. We have to learn how to feed on the experiences of others. That's the power of reading. I'm trying to give you a purpose behind reading. It's so that we can feed on the experiences of others. What are you telling me, Pastor? You can feed on the experiences of others? Absolutely. See, here's what you want to do. You want to focus your reading on a couple of areas, and I just want to throw out a few just to get you started. You want to focus your reading on biographies. You want to focus your reading on autobiographies of men and women who have overcome obstacles and accomplished greatness in their particular field of expertise. A little sip of coffee to wet my palate this morning. Did you just catch what I said? Focus on reading what, Pastor? I want you to focus on reading biographies and autobiographies of men and women who have overcome obstacles and accomplished greatness in their particular field. I'll never forget, I was reading the biography of Wayne Gretzky. And this is, I'm giving you an example of reading valuable information. You say, well, why would you be reading an autobiography or biography on Wayne Gretzky? Isn't he a hockey player? Yes, he is. Doesn't he play hockey? Yes. Do you play hockey? No. So why were you reading a biography and an autobiography on Wayne Gretzky? I was reading a biography and an autobiography on Wayne Gretzky because he was one of the greatest in his particular field. What I learned about Wayne Gretzky is that during an interview, he was being asked about his greatness and about his ability and how he was able to be so successful on the hockey ice, how he had really came in and dominated the game and made a name for himself. And Wayne Gretzky said something in one of his autobiographies or biographies that really got my attention. He said that I learned in the game of hockey that if you want to be great, if you want to be smart, you have to do what I do. He says a lot of guys skate to where the puck is. He says most of the guys, they're skating to where the puck is. Wayne Gretzky says, I don't skate to where the puck is. I skate to where the puck is going to be. Wow. See, that's the importance of reading the autobiographies and biographies of men and women who have overcome obstacles or who have established greatness in their particular field. Because you can learn something from their experience that you can apply to your life that will make you a greater man. I also want to encourage you, brothers, to focus on reading history. Pastor, why? I don't like history. We're gonna break through that barrier about what you like and what you don't like. You like greatness. You like success. You like being the best man that you can possibly be. So set that desire over and above your dislikes. And here's why I tell you that you should focus on reading history, because history, it will empower you to unlock the mysteries of human behavior. It's one of the primary reasons why I love reading history, because it allows you, it equips you, it empowers you to unlock the mysteries of human behavior. What kind of history, Pastor, are you talking about? I'm so glad you asked. Number one, your own history. Every black man must become extremely affluent in his own history. You must know your history. And please do not believe that your history began with slavery. No, that's a chapter in your history. You have to go back further to the beginning and find out, who are you? Who were your people? What did you come from? What have your people accomplished, established, invented, created, contributed? Not just studying your own history is important. Study national history. Study world history. Study social history. Study industrial history. One of my favorites, studying all the different histories of science. And then last but not least, the most important one of all, study the history of man. Study the history of mankind. That is the most educational experience you can give yourself. See, here's why studying history is relevant and really important. It's important because if you are ignorant of what has happened before you, and you're ignorant of what's happening during your lifetime, you will, no doubt about it, repeat history when you have the absolute power to create history. But the more history you study, the more history you know, the more history you acquaint yourself with, you become more capable and able to create history instead of repeating history. Pastor, is that really true? I promise you it's true, and I'll tell you why it's absolutely true. It's absolutely true because knowledge is your navigator. Ooh, I got to slow down, man. This is good to me. Let me say that again. Knowledge is your navigator. That's why we're teaching you in session 1, you must never stop learning, because knowledge is your navigator. What do you mean knowledge is my navigator? Knowledge will enable you to navigate through this life and reach your destiny, reach your destination, accomplish your goals and your desires and your dreams, and really become what God has created you to be, which is an amazing contributor to our civilization and to our society. So knowledge is what? Knowledge is your navigator. Here's why knowledge is your navigator. The only way you can make the best out of life is by knowing and understanding the keys to life. If you don't understand the keys, you can't unlock the doors. If you don't know what key goes to what lock, then you're going to be fumbling and wasting time when you may be in a situation or a position where time is of the essence. But the more you familiarize yourself with the keys, with the locks, when you get to the certain areas of your life where you need to know what it's going to take to go through that door. You'll have the knowledge because you took the time prior to arriving at that moment in time to read, to study, to test, to learn, to make sure that your vault was filled with treasure and not with trash. This is why I'm telling you must never stop learning. To know and understand the keys of life, though, you must fall back on the intelligence of those that have come before you. You must fall back on their intelligence. You must fall back on their knowledge. You must fall back on their keys, and you must fall back on their experiences, all of which they have left behind for anybody who is willing to become a lifelong learner. I hope today's session, number one, something brand new that I feel God has placed on my heart, called Wisdom for the Black Man. Do me a favor, share this as much as you can, because this is a beginning of something that I think is going to be great. I think this is going to be the beginning of something that is going to be phenomenal. I'm looking for my date because I want to timestamp this. This is Monday, June the 22nd. I am recording the first session of Wisdom for the Black Man, and we'll see how it goes. I'm anticipating it to be well received. I'm anticipating that it will be shared copiously by all of those of you who truly care about the plight of the black man. Well, this is Pastor Troy Wynn, Senior pastor and founder of the Freedom Church in Warner Robins, Georgia. Address is 820 North Houston Road, Warner Robins, Georgia. You're always invited to join us where we are training for reigning every Sunday at 11 a.m. in the building, and then every Wednesday at 7:05 p.m. via Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and the Band app. Well, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Let me know what you think about this new endeavor. Let me know how you feel about it, and let me know what was said today that spoke the loudest to you as a black man. Guys, have a great day, and I look forward to chatting with you soon.